Welcome to Nova Now, your connection to what's happening in Northern Virginia. I'm your host, Angelique LeBlanc. Break a Sweat for a Homeless Pet is a wonderful partnership between Old Town Pet Resort, Metro Run and Walk, and the Friends of the Fairfax County Animal Shelter. And this pet, family, and stroller-friendly, non-competitive run walk benefits a great cause. Here to tell us all about the race are Dixie Ng, Mary O'Malley, and our very cute friend, Rami the dog. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Thanks so much for being here. So Dixie, you are from Old Town Pet Resort, and Mary, you're from Friends of the Fairfax County Animal Shelter.
Correct.
How did these organizations come together and with the other partners to create this event?
Well, there are so many events in the Northern Virginia area that don't necessarily blend dogs and runners.
Mm-hmm.
So when Metro Run and Walk, a Springfield-based business, and Old Town Pet Resort got together, we thought, how can we make an event that does allow dogs and runners? So 3 years ago, Break a Sweat for a Homeless Pet was put together, and the rest is just lots of fun, bringing out families and pets.
Mm-hmm. That's great. And yeah, and I've noticed, I don't do a lot of 5Ks and stuff, but a lot of them, you can't really bring your dog along or bring a stroller because the races or the race course or the facilities themselves aren't very friendly or compatible with that. So this is a great opportunity for runners and pet lovers to run alongside other folks.
There are some competitive runners, but most of the event is set up so that the real hardcore runners start out the race for their 10K, and then the 5K walk run is for the families and the people who are just really there for the camaraderie and friendship.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So tell us about the event itself, Break a Sweat for a Homeless Pet walk and run. What are some of the specifics that people should know?
Well, just like any other run and walk, you would show up and you'd bring your pet with you, and you'd be ready to get going at the start. But we also have vendors that are going to be there so that you can vendors will introduce their businesses to the pet owners, as well as a kissing booth, a pool, and after the race there's food for all the runners. So it's a good morning event.
Fantastic. And then Mary, are the Friends of the Fairfax County Animal Shelter, are they going to be on site also?
Absolutely. We will have a table set up there, and we'll have information there about us and about the Fairfax County Animal Shelter.
Awesome. And then, weather permitting, will there be puppies there?
That is usually the case, yeah. We usually arrange for some of the shelter volunteers to bring over some adoptable dogs, and they typically do the 5K.
Yeah, awesome. And so, this really is about people of like-mindedness with pets. They're also athletic. What would be the ideal experience for the runners that come to the event?
Well, it's probably one of the only events that we're aware of that you can bring your pet and run with, or jog with, or walk with. So it's also an opportunity to have other pet owners that have sports, pets, and just be together in a really fun environment.
Yeah. Do folks usually network with other people? Do people come back year after year? Is it really like a community thing where friends bring other friends along year after year for the event?
Yes, and it's also very family oriented. So it's not like a runner goes and runs and everyone just sort of waits. You can walk with and do the 5K portion of it if you're not the avid runner. But yes, it is a place that also in the Springfield, Northern Virginia area, everyone can come together. And when we put this event together, we looked for the right cause to support, and supporting our friends at the Fairfax County Animal Shelter just seemed like a perfect fit. So,
yeah, it does seem to fit really well,
Yeah.
the partnership and stuff with the pet resort and the pets that you can adopt. It's very pet friendly. I like it.
Yes.
So, we talked about how it's not just run the race and then you go home. People can experience the vendors and all that stuff. How long does the event go on, and what day does it actually happen?
It is on Sunday, April 26th. It starts at 9 a.m. and it's a couple hours.
Okay.
Some people run and then they leave, but most of the people do stick around and sort of, eat, have some fun, and share
Yeah.
information.
Awesome. Mary, can you tell us about the Friends of the Fairfax County Animal Shelter? What is a typical day for you like outside of, preparing for this event?
Well, the Friends is a 501c3 that supports the Fairfax County Animal Shelter. We're all volunteer, and a lot of what we do is at home, actually. So doing things like processing donations and making decisions about how we're going to spend the money. We try to spend as little as possible on administrative and overhead costs. We've been able to get better than 95% of our money spent directly on the pets.
That's fantastic. And you mentioned donations. So how much money does this event usually raise for the Friends group? And then are there any costs associated with being a runner or just coming to enjoy it?
The race is $15 per person, and it is we've raised $1,500 to $2,000
That's
to
awesome.
donate to the Friends.
Yeah, and I'm sure you guys are very grateful for this money because surgeries are very, very expensive. So any donation is greatly appreciated.
That is absolutely the case because the cumulative donations let us do a lot more.
Fantastic. Are you guys looking for other volunteers, or can you volunteer for the race to help out?
Sure, check on the website. The race information is there, and we always love volunteers, but instead of just volunteering, come out and run the race.
Run the race.
Walk the race.
Awesome. And then Mary, are you guys always looking for volunteers to help out with the shelter animals? And then what would volunteers actually do with the animals?
Well, the shelter is the one that actually has volunteers who work with the animals.
Okay.
The Friends of the shelter is specifically dealing with the fundraising aspect of things. So we don't necessarily have all that many opportunities to work with the animals. We do use volunteers for our fundraising events, and so we are often looking for more people to help us with that, or administrative stuff, or any number of behind-the-scenes sorts of things.
Yeah, awesome. Well, it's a great event. I hope tons of people come out and see it, so that Rami can get more money because he's just so cute sitting on sitting on Mary's lap. Thank you, ladies, both so much for being here. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you'd like to learn more about Break a Sweat for a Homeless Pet or Friends of the Fairfax County Animal Shelter, make sure to visit the website on the screen. I'm Angelique LeBlanc. Thanks for watching Nova Now.